the Akwa state government commences investigation into the death of mother and child. Okay, so following a cesarean section at General Hospital in Ikot, Ekene, a video circulating on social media shows the woman's sister weeping profusely while accusing hospital staff of negligence in the death of mother and child. Can we have the video on screen? They will come back to talk about it.
They have killed my sister finally, oh! They have killed my sister finally, oh! God, oh! Doctor was not on seat, oh! Doctor was not on duty, oh! This is an act of negligence, oh! Doctor was not on seat, oh! My sister was bleeding. She was due for CS. There was no doctor to operate her. She is dead, oh! Governor, why no? Who forgive us forget what happened there? What I give back, nobody wants to hear me. At that 10 minutes, they now look for another pile of blood. They did not see it in the whole of this hospital. The doctors neglected my sister and she died. Oh, even woman, doctors say neglect. Doctors say neglect. Doctors say neglect. Doctors say neglect. Even a pregnant woman and she died. The theater, they did not take it to the theater. She stayed additional 3 hours. Doctor was not on seat. Doctors was nowhere to be found. Not even just one doctor was present in General Hospital on Saturday. Who went the additional 3 hours? She was bleeding. She was bleeding. She became unconscious before they now took her to the theater. And they operated her. When that baby died, I was still thanking God because my sister was alive. I told doctor, since you are through.
Welcome back. This is still the bond. So, Mr. Femi Chata, before I ask my question or your insight of this particular story, let me finish the news. According to reports, she brought her pregnant sister to the hospital on Saturday, requiring an emergency cesarean section, but was told there was no doctor to attend to them. The woman remained unattended to for over 3 hours, during which neither her or her unborn child received necessary medical intervention. Then, tragically, the baby died and they finally operated on the mother. On Sunday morning, that's like a day or two after the operation, the mother died too. So, Mr. Femi Chata, what do you take on this story?
It's tragic, and I need to at first express my sympathy to the woman who lost her sister, and also express sympathy to other people, other Nigerians that have via this means lost a loved one and newborn babies. Now let's address the issue. I want to look at it from a broader perspective. As a father myself, who have had opportunity to walk my wife through difficult periods like this, and you know, I really believe that from it's not enough to just, except for Lagos actually though, except for Lagos, because some of us believe in public facilities, public health facilities. It's cheaper in Lagos. It's more accessible, and what we pay for, consultancy services we pay for in private hospitals are very more way affordable, especially when you use the Ilera Eco. I'm not marketing them, so I'm not going to talk more about the Ilera Eco, but it's something I know that if it were Lagos, there are things that I know that I would have done. But what I'm saying is, especially to young guys that have just gotten married, or your wife is pregnant at the moment, or your sister is pregnant, or fathers that your daughter is pregnant. See, a lot of things have changed, and because of AI, because of the introduction of AI, many people apply self-medication. You see our women use, oh, my leg has swollen this morning. AI, what is happening to me? And AI is too generalistic.
Oh yeah.
You don't take such instruction. You do not go for regular checkup. And only when you say, oh, AI, this side of my stomach is aching me. Yeah. Do you know that I tried? I was discussing. I was speaking at an event yesterday, and I made everyone put something via AI to find out. And you know that every of the things there was a prompt. Every of the things that I asked them, different things, because they used those 3 words in the prompt.
Yeah.
AI linked their health challenges to HIV. Yes, headache. It linked it to HIV.
Oh wow.
Protruded tummy, because people don't understand. I was trying to let them understand that there are certain keywords that you will use unknowingly that will
out another response.
How AI will respond to you, and you want to swallow it hook, line, and sinker. So it's not done. These things are created for we to manipulate. Don't let them manipulate you. So don't think that because you can use AI that you can apply self-medication. That's number 1. Number 2 is that please don't depend on only one health facility. One, there must be one very close to your house, and there must also be a general hospital. So if it's in the middle of the night you fall into labor, and you must don't, because of money, now say you won't make those 2 alternatives. I'm speaking from experience. So that no matter what, there must be at least 30 minutes drive to wherever you need to go, and if you can't drive, at least it's walkable 30 minutes. That's, no matter what, they know what to do to preserve you, to now help you get to wherever. But you see those ones that you find out that people just begin to reject when you are at that horrible state, and emergency, because they are the one that will now bear the liability of whatever happens. And several people, when they lose their loved ones, they can go into vandalizing hospital equipment. That's number 2. Number 3, I also think that there should be a sense of empathy from our health practitioners. What I understand, I have friends that, they've been very helpful to people, pregnant women, helpful when people come in for emergencies. But once people just drop those clients, those people that needed those patients, they bolt or they run away, and it's making some of these health facilities skeptical as regards giving aid to people that just walk in. That's why you find out that they always reject. So while I'm appealing to our health practitioners to be a little bit considerate, sometimes they ask you to deposit a very huge amount that you may have to you don't plan for it, you have to rally around, and they will not do anything. But there must be first aid. We need you to drop 500k, but if you drop 100,000 naira, we'll do A, B, C, and D. If you give us a guarantee that you'll be back within so time, rather than say no 500k, we're not doing anything.
Okay, let me read exactly what happened so you understand. I don't know if Gratitude did that. It says that according to reports, based on even what she was saying, when asked, she said she brought her pregnant sister to the hospital requiring an emergency cesarean section, but was told that there was no attending doctors. Now, all effort to contact the attending doctors failed. The woman remained unattended to for over 3 hours, during which neither she nor her unborn baby received necessary medical intervention. Now, of course, the baby died when they finally operated on the mother. Okay, they finally operated on the mother, but the baby had already died. That was by the next morning. The mother also passed away. And I think the complication was between that 3 hours that she was left unattended to. So I think there must have been a payment, definitely.
So, but my point still stands, because I was supposed to have my second child was supposed to come via CS, and doctors will give you prior notice. They will even tell you that don't fall into labor. Don't wait till so EDD. It's called EDD. Don't wait till so time. Please come between so time so that we can. So I'm of the opinion that counting on that 3 hours as I'm not playing the devil's advocate, you understand, but it's a process I've passed through, and I understand that there is no way, if you have been going for regular medical checkup, that it will now lead to an emergency for them to actually do a CS. It would have been planned. Doctors will tell you, this is the EDD, and this is the best time between so days. So sometimes some of them are not psychologically ready for it's a different thing entirely. But that there was no doctor on ground. If it was pre-scheduled, then that won't.
But an hospital should be ready You are psychologically ready to do
Not
that.
the
That is why
hospital
you're
now,
a
it's the
doctor.
patient now.
Okay, the patient.
Yes,
Okay,
sometimes
okay.
patients are not psychologically ready to actually, you need somebody to talk you through it, to let you believe that you can. No, it's actually a tool. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
But I'm not playing the devil's advocate. That's why I gave a general opinion that most of our health facility, we really need serious emotional intelligence training. For sometimes I'm very if you see the way some certain nurses hold their needles, you think they want to stab you to death. Sometimes I have to request. My son always requests for certain nurses to he will tell you point blank, no, I do not think I want this. And you find out that there's an
and sometimes your aura, your countenance, your facial expression.
You walk in and he's sitting down and say yes, how can we? I don't think I'm safe. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of work to be done on our health practitioners so that we can make our health system a better place. Lagos is improving. I need to say that. But I know friends that flew in from the UK and Canada to come undertake certain stuffs in Lagos because the queue was actually longer abroad and it's cheaper in Nigeria plus flight stuff.
Of course.
So very soon, with what Lagos is doing, I'm so sure that Lagos will be a medical tourism center. But every other state should take a cue from this. That was my point.
I agree with you. A lot of people are actually flying down to actually be attended to medically because by the time they compile the amounts for everything they are doing there, both the flights going and coming and the payments,
still
cheaper compared to what they would have done over there. Well, anyway, we still have Comrade. So once you hear from Comrade, what is your own opinion about this situation? Do you also buy the same idea of Femi Chacha, or you have something entirely different?
Yeah, thank you. Well, it's a very pathetic one, and I really feel the pain of that woman. You see, it pains one deeply in the heart. It's very, very painful. You see, our health facilities is in a very deplorable state. And presently, that is the scenario. I have a personal experience. A personal experience, I have it, and I will share it with you, and I would not mind mentioning that Lagos University Teaching Hospital, to be precise, last week, Lagos University Teaching Hospital, not last week now, Idiaraba. My son is hospitalized there. You know, my wife is there, and at the pediatric unit. Sometimes when patients are rushed to the emergency intensive care unit, when you get there, you won't find doctors on ground. And the few doctors that are there at the emergency unit are the same doctors also going around the wards, attending to patients. Sometimes you find one doctor attending to over 150 patients. They have been overworked. And let me tell you, sometimes emergency cases at teaching hospitals, as I mentioned, Lute, they will ask you to go back, that there is no bed space for admission. And that's why along the line, people lose their life. Negligence, lack of empathy, lack of human feelings. To have, the life of our Nigerians are not just, it's not so important to the, you know, those that are the healthcare, you know, professionals, because they don't even count it. And I don't blame them, because there are little, you know, the manpower is so, it's not seen to write home about. Now, another instance is this. Most of these doctors that you see in hospitals wards, at the teaching hospitals, they are doing their internship. And they live the life of patients on student doctors. My son, they could not get the vein. Doctors, you know, that are supposed to give him drip or give him injections through the veins, intravenous, they couldn't see the vein at the pediatric wards. For 5 days, the boy was lying on the bed without any treatment. Not until a consultant came, and consultant comes maybe once in a week. It was after the consultant came that he now, you know, went to the boy and now look for a very, you know, he just studied the boy and look at it, and eventually at his feet, he saw the vein and gave him, that's inserted the drips and every other treatment. Those boys, those doctors that are on their internship, they are just there, at the detriment of the patient. People's lives have been lost along the line. So today, we don't have professional hands in our health sectors, most especially in our public health facilities. Professionals are not there. Most of them, like the Jackpot syndrome, they have all gone. So these new ones that are coming, they have not been well groomed. By the time they learn one or two things, they become groomed, they become better, they become, they know their onions. The next thing is to leave the shores of this country. That is brain drain. That is the problem we are having. Brain drain in the health sector. So this thing is not helping us. So lives have been lost. So, but in respect of that woman case, I want to call on the authority to immediately, investigate, what led to that unfortunate incident. If anybody is found wanting, they should be brought to book. We must see a situation whereby people will be questioned to know, whether somebody, negligence, out of negligence or out of lack of concern, for human's life, is involved. So such people must be brought to book. And it's not about the word that woman has said. They should investigate it. There should be transparency about it. And if anybody is found wanting, they should be brought to book so that we serve as a deterrent, to other healthcare practitioners. It happens every day. It's because this woman was so good enough, or whether somebody was videoing her. It happens. It's a daily norm. It happens every day. So only God will help us, and God will heal our land. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I had to clear my throat. Thank you very much, comrade, for airing that. Yes, of course, they will be brought to book, and of course, reacting to that story, actually, we had the governor actually reacting to that. Of course, he expressed this deep sympathy and for the family, and directed that the health commissioner, who is Dr. Ekem Emmanuel John, to set up a commission of inquiry comprising medical and legal experts on that case. Well, let's read some messages moving forward before probably we'll take one video and we'll wrap it up. Well, this one says we can't move forward with this mindset. When Fashola was there, what did he achieve? But with this little time, this man has seen how much he covered. Simon from Lagos. Simon, are you reacting to
David Umay?
Okay, David Umay, all right. Okay, so this one says the woman is supposed to go to another hospital because some doctors may not be able to attend to the pregnant woman. This one says the pregnant woman is not ready after the death of a child. No, I don't think so. We cannot downplay a woman that is pregnant and in pain. At that point, she's not seeing anything but just to take that pain off her. Well, another says what Femi Chacha is saying is true and is good. Well, Femi Chacha, that's you. Someone agrees with you on your opinion about the health sector. Well, to wrap up the show, because our time is already fast spent, we hope, of course, sympathy goes to the bereaved family. And yes, we are waiting to get an update to that story to know exactly what went wrong. You can lose child and at the same time lose the mother the following day. Something is definitely wrong with the system in that hospital.